Hi friends and fellow woodturners, Richard Ford here, coming to you from Nova Scotia, Canada. 5 years ago, in 2012, I shot a little series of videos. I was hollowing a gnarly old cherry burl, and at the time I was developing a hollowing system, trying to develop a system better than the one I had. I'd had a few systems up to that point, and one of them was a big scissor arm type system. They all worked, but I wanted to find something better. And so I think I did, because I'm still using the same system 5 years later. And in those last 5 years, I've turned quite a few vases and won quite a few prizes at my wood turning club with those vases. I've been editing some of my old videos so that I could repost them on YouTube, and I wanted to mention a couple of the things that I've sort of discovered using this hollowing system. Let me just show you the system. I expect you remember it. Now, here is a spring. At the time, I hadn't determined whether I would use a laser or a spring. Well, I started using a laser, and then I found I liked the spring that much better. It just set a little gap here, and it's quite easy to see when it's still too thick. The spring is down there, and as the wall gets thinner, you see the spring comes up, and then I like to have about a 1/16th clearance for my final size in the spring, so I can set the gap here. You can see I'm still using the same type of cutter. I'm going to bring you in a little closer. Okay, I'm still using basically the same type of cutter. This is a little teardrop shaped cutter. The angle on the back here, the combined angle or included angle, is 37 degrees, 35, 37 degrees. I found that works best. I use it in the cutter so that it's this way, and then when I'm roughing, the cutter is going into the hole this way. And I find I can get a much smoother cut when I'm pulling it out, on the withdrawal, on a cut when I'm pulling the cutter out. I can use this to smooth the surface and get quite a good surface. So it can be quite aggressive on wet wood, but if I need to take a smaller cut when I'm roughing, I will still use these small cutters, this 1/8 square high-speed steel, just in a hole with a set screw to hold it in place. I will use these for roughing, especially if there's kind of hard spots or it's a hard material. Less likely to catch because the smaller surface area. But I will use this one for finishing. And when I'm withdrawing it, it's very close to being parallel, this edge being parallel, it's close to being parallel with the inside of the vase. And I can get quite a nice smoothing cut with that. So I don't think that really changed very much. The other thing I noticed too is that I like to put the stem here on the tool support. I like to have that close to being underneath the bar when I'm hollowing, so that it gives maximum support and less vibration. I did continue and do the things that I said I was thinking of doing. I put the stops on the outside there, the washers. Here I put these washers on the outside of this bar so it cannot just fall off the edge somehow. I put a capturing, here is a second bar across. This plate holds it up, so there's a little bit of clearance here, and it's just there for emergencies. If I did happen to get a catch, the bar here would stop the boring bar from being lifted. I wouldn't have to stop it; it would get stopped by that. I've been very happy with this setup. The only thing I've thought of that would maybe improve it would be a more solid support at this end sometime. Haven't really felt the need that I had to do it yet. Apart from that, it has performed flawlessly, beautifully, and I think it will do me unless I get to hollow something which is a lot deeper, in which case the only solution would be to make something bigger. But I would make it the same configuration. I would increase this diameter and probably increase this diameter. And that would be about it, I think. Just raise this bar a little bit. Anyway, I just wanted to do a follow-up, let you know that the design that I posted in the previous 3 videos has worked for me very successfully, and I hope that it can help you if you decide to get into hollowing. So goodbye from me, until next time. Have fun in your shop. Bye now.
Here's a little slideshow of some photos of some of the vases I've made over the last 5 years with this hollowing system. The largest of these vases would be 12 inches tall, and I've shown a standard size playing card on the bottom left hand corner of most of the pictures. I hope this gives you an idea of what this RJF hollowing system is capable of. Thanks now. See you next time.